I found my daughter's diary under her bed while looking for the cat. The last entry was dated yesterday. Day 47. Mom still doesn't know. The insulin doses are working. She's getting weaker. Dad says 2 more weeks and it'll look like natural progression. My hands started shaking. I'm not diabetic. I don't take insulin. I flipped back through the pages. Entries going back months. Clinical observations about my health. Times. Dates. Symptoms. Day 12. Mom complained of dizziness after breakfast. Dad says that's normal for the dosage. Day 23. She almost fell down the stairs. Dad laughed about it with Aunt Jen. Said the insurance payout would be soon. Day 31. I asked Dad if we're really going to do this. He said Mom's life insurance is $750K. Said we'll finally be able to afford the life we deserve. My 14-year-old daughter had been documenting my murder. I sat on her bedroom floor holding the diary, trying to breathe, trying to think. The dizziness, the fatigue, the unexplained blood sugar crashes. I'd been to 3 doctors. They couldn't figure out what was wrong because they weren't looking for intentional poisoning by my own family. I heard the garage door open. My husband was home. I shoved the diary in my waistband, went downstairs, acted normal. How are you feeling? He asked, concerned husband voice. Still tired? I picked up your prescription. The doctor called it in. He held up a pharmacy bag. I'd never called the doctor, hadn't requested any prescription. What is it? Something to help with your energy levels. Let me get you water. He left the room. I opened the bag. Bottle of pills labeled with my name, but the pharmacy logo looked wrong. The label format was off. I photographed it. Hid the bottle in my purse. That night, I pretended to take my medication. My husband watched me swallow. I palmed the pill. Spit it out later. Had it analyzed by a lab. Results came back. Overdose levels of blood pressure medication, combined with other drugs, designed to cause stroke symptoms, organ failure, death that would look natural given my recent health problems. I didn't confront anyone. Not yet. Instead, I started documenting everything. Put cameras in the kitchen. Recorded my husband preparing my food. Watched him add liquid to my coffee, to my smoothies, to my water bottle. Found the insulin in his gym bag. Industrial syringes. Medical grade. Doses that would kill someone who wasn't diabetic. I found texts between my husband and his sister, my daughter's aunt. She's deteriorating faster than expected. This is working. When she dies, you'll have to act devastated. Sell it. I've been practicing. I can cry on command. What about Emma? She knows what happens if she tells anyone. She'll keep quiet. They'd been threatening my daughter, making her participate, making her keep records to ensure their plan was working. I checked my life insurance. My husband had updated it 6 months ago, increased it to $750K, added accidental death benefits, made himself sole beneficiary, changed it right before he started poisoning me. I went to the police, showed them everything, the diary, the fake medications, the surveillance footage, the text messages, the insurance changes. They investigated, found more. A prescription pad my husband had stolen from a doctor's office, the fake pharmacy labels he'd printed, orders for insulin and syringes from medical supply companies. They found his financial records, gambling debts, $340K owed to casinos, another $180K to loan sharks, facing foreclosure on a rental property I didn't know he'd bought. He needed that insurance money desperately. His sister owed $95K to the IRS, facing liens and wage garnishment. She needed her cut of my death. They'd been planning it for 8 months, slowly poisoning me, making me sick, building a medical history that would make my death unsuspicious, using my daughter to document the progression so they could prove they'd watched me decline naturally. Police arrested them both, my husband, his sister, charged them with attempted murder, conspiracy, child endangerment for involving Emma. My daughter was removed from the house, placed with my parents. The trial happened 4 months later. I watched from the gallery as prosecutors presented everything. The diary entries read aloud in court. The surveillance footage played on screens. The fake medication bottles displayed as evidence. Then they called Emma to testify. She walked to the witness stand, 14 years old, terrified. The prosecutor was gentle. Emma, can you tell us why you kept this diary? She started crying. Dad told me to. He said I had to write down everything about Mom, how she was feeling, what symptoms she had. Why did you do what he asked? Because he said if I didn't help, he'd hurt Grandma. He said this was the only way to save our family.